Okay. Also nicht mit Haube steht. Okay. The first visitor is here. The first 3 visitors are here. 6. Wonderful. Hello, Monica. 8 people are already watching. You know that it's an English stream today, so I'll talk English, although I see again that most of my German-speaking loyal followers are with me. 16 people. Sharon Ann, you managed. Wonderful, wonderful. Hello, Ursula. Hello, 20 people already. Hello, Natalie. Hi. Hi, Waltraud. Wonderful. My friends, 26 people. Fast. I'm happy. I'm happy. You know that it makes me happy. Hello, RL. All right. So, hello, Shinrui. All right. So, while we are waiting, hello, Nat and Ula. Hello. While we are waiting that the audience is filling up, I want to admit that I changed the program today, because advertised was this tour as a tour, Christmas lights tour at Belvedere Palace. So what happened was that yesterday I did some research. I went up to Belvedere. I was convinced that it would look like it looked every single year at Christmas time, with the lovely stars in the pond and the palace beautifully lit. And I found out that there are no stars in the pond, and I wanted to show you these stars, you know. I wanted to show you all the magic and the beautiful Christmas lights. However, the palace itself is beautifully lit, but only the street side, and then in front of it there is the Christmas market, but there is no Christmas decoration at all up there. And when you walk around the palace, just one side of the palace is beautifully lit. Hello, Wendy. Just one side of the palace is beautifully lit, and the other is kind of dark. The lower Belvedere is dark. So I said, okay, change of plans. I'm going to take you through the lights of the city center. And I hope you are okay with that. Give me some hearts if you are okay with that. It will be a lovely tour through the spectacular lights of Vienna, the Christmas lights of Vienna, and not around the pretty, underwhelming Belvedere Palace. So, give me some hearts, give me some hearts. Thank you. Thank you. You have to be flexible. It's a live tour, you know. I'm not a public broadcasting company, so I want to make most out of this hour, and I thought you will be happier. You will be happier when you see Christmas in Vienna, not only a dark palace. All right, now you saw me. I bought this hat today. I think it looks pretty cute with that thing here, but I'm not sure if it looks good from this perspective. But okay, nevertheless. Hello, Eve. Hi. All right, I'll turn this around now anyway, and you will see where we are going to start today. It's cold. Oh, there is Martin. Hello, Martin. So, give me another second, please. It's very cold here. I mean, it's not really wintry cold, but it's very wet. And wait a second, and I have to put on my right glove, which is not so easy. With my teeth and my left hand. But now we are all set to go. All right, ready to go? Ready to go? Thank you. My hat is pretty. Thank you so much. All right, so we are going to start our wonderful tour today behind the Vienna Opera House, which is already beautifully lit. I saw that there is a long line at the standing area of the Opera House because I think it's a big blockbuster tonight. I already forgot what they show tonight, but it's one of the big Italian operas. And over there, I move this very slowly. 45 people, wonderful. For those who just arrived and don't know, we are not at the Belvedere today because the Belvedere is not beautifully lit at the moment. So that's why I changed my plans and why we are in the city center now. I'll repeat this announcement a couple of times. All right, we are standing here in front of the Albertina. Many of you who followed me on other tours might know this already, or some of you know Vienna, of course, and they know that this is the Albertina with one of the Habsburgs up there. Actually, we are looking at one of the last still existing parts of the city wall of Vienna. And I thought I would start the Christmas tour in front of the Albertina, our plan B, because one of the very first Christmas trees of Vienna was here at the Albertina Palace, which is part of the Hofburg Palace. It was actually the wife of Archduke Charles, the hero of Aspern, because he won a battle against Napoleon there. Her name was Henriette, who introduced one of the first, this is the Albertina, yes, Eve, who introduced one of the first Christmas trees to Vienna, and it was first in their palace in Annagasse, where we'll also go later, and later when they moved into this palace here, it was a Christmas tree was also put up and decorated with sugar cane, with apples, with straw stars in one of the beautiful rooms at the Albertina. And ever since the time, it's a tradition that they put up a Christmas tree here, even nowadays, in exactly the room where La Bohème, thank you. I knew it was a big blockbuster. So in the very room where the first Christmas tree is here was put up by Henriette. Also the Christmas tree is put up each and every Christmas season, even nowadays. Hello Tom, by the way, good to see you here. Combination of Albertis and Belvedere. Eve, this is a good joke. Thank you very much. But the very first Christmas tree was brought to Vienna, not by Henriette from Pfalz-Weilburg, but by, funny enough, by a Jewish lady, Fanny von Arnstein, who brought the very Protestant idea of a Christmas tree to Catholic Vienna. I'm going to start walking now, so pretend that we are going into the opera today to watch La Bohème. Is La Bohème the one with Mimi? Okay, Galida, how cold is your hand? Naja, however, so it was a Jewish woman, Fanny von Arnstein, who brought the very, very first Christmas tree to Vienna.
Für einen Gast noch kurz in Sacher filmen wegen der Torte.
Okay, okay. And it was put up in her salon at the Hohe Markt, and that was at the time of the Vienna Congress. Fanny von Arnstein had a salon there, like she did networking there, you could say. So I show you a Christmas tree while I talk about the Christmas tree and the salon, you see. I think the Christmas tree of Fanny von Arnstein was probably a little bit more decorated. So all the important and famous people of Vienna met at Fanny von Arnstein's salon. And they entered her salon and they saw that tree which was smelling so nicely and which was decorated with apples and candy cane and so on. And they said, what is this? And after the party, they could pick the apples and so on and the nuts from the tree. And everyone spread the news. In the salon of Fanny von Arnstein, there is a very, very beautiful tree. Finally, also the emperor came, and the emperor also was impressed. And then slowly, the Christmas tree tradition was also introduced to the aristocratic circles of of the Viennese aristocracy. So someone wanted me to film into the Sacher. Here is the Sacher and all these.
Sorry.
Hoppala.
Sorry.
Alles okay. I nearly fell across the leash. Yeah, this is the Hotel Sacher, or better, that is the Café Sacher. All these people here are standing in line to get a piece of the Sacher cake. And I can also film a little bit in here. You see the elegant salon and the waiter and all the people waiting for their Sacher cake. Okay, in the meantime, we have 56 people in the audience. Once more, I repeat, we changed the plan. We are not at the Belvedere because I decided that the lights are more spectacular here in the city center. This year, the Belvedere is not very beautifully lit. And there is so much to see here, so many lights, such beautiful Christmas decoration. The entrance of the Hotel Sacher alone is so beautifully decorated with the nutcrackers. Just have a look here. All the details here. This is our famous Hotel Sacher, which is always very nicely decorated. So now I told you in a nutshell, more or less, the story of how the Christmas tree came to Vienna. Because before Fanny von Arnstein brought the Christmas tree to Vienna, the Catholics celebrated around a nativity scene. And the presents were handed out on St. Nicholas Day and not on the 24th, respectively 25th of December. So there was a big change in the 19th century. So, my friends, we are now, I thought I'd show it to you, we are now at the main Instagrammer spot of Vienna at the moment. I'm an influencer at the moment as well, because this bow over there at the Pop and Kretschmer fashion store attracts so many like crazy crowds of people, mainly girls, who want to have a photo taken in front of the bow. Many of them have even the red bows in their hands. And there are so many people usually that there is a traffic jam. They just stand on the streets posing, and they don't care that cars are coming around the corner and so on. So it's a big discussion now going on if Pop and Kretschmer should take the bow down. But here we are. Influencer Claudia is standing in front of their influencer TikTok place here. This is how they are posing. I mean, she's not posing, but how they are dressed, and so on. I just wanted to show. You are now very up to date. After we saw this,
I'm posing.
Martin is posing. You have to stand in a different way. Okay, careful. Go away. Okay, go away. Yeah, that's the madness in the city right now. And we are now facing the crowds in Kärntner Straße. Not only the crowds, but also the beautiful Christmas lights in Kärntner Straße, one of the main shopping streets of Vienna. Very elegantly lit, with those LED ornaments hanging down. These LED ornaments should resemble parts of chandeliers. And they also show the way into the little side streets so that people are also attracted by the Christmas lights in the little narrow side streets. We are now going to wander around. We are just enjoying the Christmas lights. We are going to look at the crowds that are everywhere, standing in line everywhere. And I just hope that I can make my way through here with you in my right hand. Okay, next line. This is the line to the other coffee house of the Sacher. Again, they also want to have a Sacher cake. And this is the Hotel Sacher here. Christmas lights of Kärntner Street, and over there the Opera House, before we say goodbye to this very busy corner. And I'm very, very happy that we are insiders now and also saw the red bow at Pop and Kretschmer's facade. So now you could ask, why should they resemble chandeliers? So the answer is, one of the most famous chandelier makers, manufacturers, has his shop here in Kärntnerstraße, and that is Lobmeier. Lobmeier is pretty famous because they don't only produce chandeliers for private use, they also produce the famous chandeliers for the Metropolitan Opera, for our State Opera, which we just saw, for opera houses all around the world. The famous modern opera chandeliers called the Sputniks in the Met, which are lifting before the performance starts. A little bit along Kärntnerstraße. Today I have to say it's quite okay, but on Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays you can hardly walk here. And the craziness started about a month ago, the moment the Christmas markets opened. Then the city was packed. We are here in front of the casino, Vienna. Even the casino has Christmas lights here. I think it's a roulette board. It's also very pretty. I've never been inside this place. Like most of the Austrians never go to a casino. I think it's mainly visitors from abroad that go to the casino to gamble. Okay, my goal is now to reach Annagasse, and we are very close to Annagasse because the Christmas lights in Annagasse are very special. I mean, I mentioned this already on one of my other Christmas streams, but I hope you're still enjoying yourselves, and I hope that still some of the corners, some of the things I'm showing you are beautiful and are new to you. And now I want to turn around. The sound is okay. Martin, does everyone hear me clearly? Everyone clear? Yes, wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So I want to walk a few steps into this lovely narrow street. Immediately when you walk into one of the narrow little streets, it's quiet. You see, thank you for the hearts. There is no one here. There is no one here. I have a Henriette watching you. Hello. So it's quiet, and all the side streets have their own Christmas decoration. Can hear well. Perfect, perfect. Have their own Christmas decorations. And here in Annagasse, they are very modest. The Christmas decorations, the notes up there. And these notes, the connection is not so good here. Maybe I go back. Maybe too many people in here. I mean, which is strange because there were no people in here. So I'm back again. All right. These are notes, and these are the first notes of the famous Christmas carol, Silent Night. You see? Silent night, holy night. I'm not going to sing any further, but these are the notes of the Christmas carol, Silent Night. The first 4 notes. Is note the real word? I don't know. Sometimes I forget my English. Okay, we are going to walk a little bit further on. It might happen that the signal fails today because of the crowds of the people. You never know, but this makes it exciting. This makes it, yeah. As long as we get together again, it's all right. Wow. So I'm just staying on Kärntnerstraße for a few more steps because I wanted to show you the window of Lobmeier. Lobmeier is here. It's a very beautiful store. Here you see it. Lobmeier has been around since the early 19th century, and they always produced and repaired chandeliers. So nowadays when you go to Lobmeier, you can buy an old antique chandelier, or you can also buy new chandeliers. You can also buy glasses, you can buy decorations for the table. It's still family owned, it's still the same family that runs the company, and it's one of those precious traditional Viennese shops. Also beautifully decorated for Christmas, but actually Lobmeier doesn't really need any Christmas decoration. It's sparkling anyway. I just film in here a little bit. You see the chandeliers, and there is also one there. This is one of the Sputniks that are in the Metropolitan Opera, by the way. It's a very, very beautiful store. I like it. I like the sparkling thing. They also have some Christmas decoration here, like the Christmas tree. So if you still need a Christmas present, you can come to Lobmeier and buy something here. They also sell Augarten porcelain. So, but now it's time to go away from here. In the meantime, I think everyone knows why we are not at the Belvedere. I'm not going to repeat it again. I just want everyone to know, and not to say, wow, Belvedere has changed a lot. It looks like the city center. We are in the city center. We are not at Belvedere now. But I hope you are enjoying the tour. It's a beautiful flower shop. And we are now walking over . We are walking over on a square, which is way more quiet, way more relaxed to move around here. I also hope that the signal doesn't fade again. We are on the so-called Neue Markt, the new market, which really used to be a market. They sold flowers here, vegetables, produce, and so on. It's one of my favorite squares here in the city center because it's so elegant. The architecture is so beautiful, and the Christmas lights are so beautiful, so elegant how they decorated those trees here. And of course, here are also the famous CC stars. They haven't been here for a long time. I think it's maybe the third or fourth winter they have them here, those stars. And I'm going to tell you the story why they are here on Neue Market in a few seconds. In the meantime, enjoy the lights everywhere. Each year, about 200 kilometers of wire are used for the Christmas decoration, and more than 2 million LED lights in the big shopping streets of Vienna are sparkling. Later we'll also see. Oh, everywhere. It is a pleasure to be. Thank you so much, Tom. It's so lovely to have you all with me. It would be so cool to walk with you in person through the city. Then we could have a wonderful punch after the tour to warm up a little bit. But I hope you have it warm and nice and cozy. This is, by the way, a punch place where I like to go. It's a Lions Club punch place where you can have the Glühwein. Most of you know what Glühwein is. It's the spiced hot wine, which warms your fingers and warms your stomach, and hopefully also warms your heart. Or you can have the punch. Punch means 5 in the Hindi language, and it always consists of 5 ingredients. It's usually sugar, tea, alcohol, strong alcohol, spices, and lemon juice. That makes a real punch. And we know that Mozart already loved punch. When he was on his trip to London, he wrote back to his loved ones in Salzburg, "I'm drinking punch each and every day. It's a really wonderful drink, and it warms my hands properly." That's about what he was writing. So we know that he loved punch. We also know that Beethoven loved punch. He composed an own punch song, punch we say. We also know that Schubert loved punch. He also composed a punch song. So we are in good company when we drink punch. But you can see the beautiful decoration and you can see the beautiful architecture here on Neue Markt. So, what about the CC stars? 63 people already. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, the decoration should remind us of the stars, the diamond stars that were created for Empress Elizabeth. Because Empress Elizabeth, maybe better known under her nickname Sisi, she's very famous now because of the Netflix series The Empress. She was in the opera one day and she adored the Queen of the Night so much. And the Queen of the Night had the stars in her dark hair. And she told this to her husband, and her loving husband gave her the first star, the diamond star, as a present for her hair. And then each and every year he added one of the stars. The stars look very similar to this one, and they are gone. The original stars are gone. No one knows exactly where they are, but copies of them are existing. And the stars are the decoration here on this square, because exactly over there in this jewelry store, Köchert jewelry store, the stars for Empress Elizabeth. Hello Christian, hello. The stars for Empress Elizabeth were created. You can still buy them here. Of course, copies, but diamond copies of them. You can still buy them here. Just recently I had an American family here. We were touring and I pointed out, I told the story, and the lady said, oh, let's go inside, let's ask how much they cost. And she asked, and I have to say, they were very expensive. I don't really remember how much they wanted for a single star, but they were so expensive that we were out again very quickly. If you want to have a more affordable copy, you can also go to Swarovski. They also produce the stars. But here you can see the picture of Elizabeth. It's a famous painting by Franz Xaver Winterhalter, and here she has the stars in her hair, and here you have the stars in the air, the stars in her hair and the stars in the air. Oh, this time of the year makes me very like a poet. Okay. All right, we are going back to craziness a little bit. We're going to walk down Kärntner Straße a little bit further. That's because I want to show you the lush Christmas decoration at Sluka here in front of us. Sluka is also a very traditional shop. It's a pastry shop and it's also a coffee house. I had coffee this morning here and I thought I have to show you this Christmas decoration. It's always, each year Sluka has a crazy Christmas decoration, but apparently the Instagrammers like the red bow more at the moment. Who knows what is in next year? Hello Max Carter, hello. Who knows what is in next year? That's just beautiful. The lights. I always say, let's enjoy the lights as long as they are here. The weather is so gray at the moment. It's gray, it's damp, everything is kind of wet, although it's not raining. It's somehow drizzling a little bit. But after Christmas, the lights will be gone. And then it will be only gray and no Christmas decoration anymore. So I am a big fan of the Christmas lights because they really bring light into a time that is dark. And the Christmas tree, the Christmas decoration, the Christmas wreath, like you see here in the window of Sluka, they bring something green into your home, something green into the shops, into the windows, in a time when nothing is green, when nothing is growing outside. And I think this was also the very first meaning of the Christmas tree, to bring something green into the homes of the people in a time when they were freezing, when they were starving, when they could not take a shower, you know, way back in the old days. They could not take a hot shower. It was a sign of hope and a sign that one day spring would be back and life would be easier. That's the original idea of bringing something green into your home. And it goes back to the Roman times, to the Celtic times, and was not a religious thing at the beginning. So, we are still in Kärntner Straße. I am stubborn today. I want to walk fast now and want to stay on Kärntner Straße, because at the end of Kärntner Straße something spectacular is waiting for us. The loyal watchers under you, amongst you, know already what to expect, but hopefully you will enjoy the view anyway. You know where we are? Which church is close? Can you tell me? Which church? Oh, Swarovski, there was Swarovski shop, yeah. St. Stephen's Cathedral is very close. And over there you can already see the spectacular. Again, I use the word spectacular a lot today, but it is spectacular. The beautiful decoration, the beautiful lights, Stephansdom, of course, Barbara. The beautiful lights on the Haas house, which is mainly a hotel. Yes, Tom. It's mainly a hotel, the Do & Co Hotel, Do & Co restaurant with a very nice rooftop bar also. And I really love that very elegant Christmas decoration on the Haas house. Right opposite the Haas house, right opposite Do & Co, is our wonderful church, St. Stephen's Cathedral. There you go. There we are. Oh, that is much better than the dark Belvedere. Oh, much better. Makes me happy to go around with you here, to walk around with you here. All right, here is St. Stephen's. Brightly lit. Today we can even see the whole cathedral. A couple of days ago it was so foggy that the top of the tower vanished in the fog, but it looked magical. It looked very, very magical then. There is a nice big Christmas tree in front of the church, and there is a Christmas market in front of the church. Please forgive me when I'm not going close. Oh, I see the hearts flying, yes. This church is always spectacular. Again, I use the word spectacular. It is always, always beautiful. I never get used to St. Stephen's Cathedral. Whenever I come around the corner, I think, wow, this is the church that is very connected to Mozart. He got married here in the Eligius Chapel. Two of his children were baptized here in the Katharinen Chapel. And by the way, I also was baptized here. So I'm pretty proud of this church. So you can see the lights, the lights of the Christmas market there. I keep away from it because there are the crowds. And down Rotenturmstraße are the lights of Rotenturmstraße. They are red. The red tower street is decorated in red, which is very unusual. So, but if you think that St. Stephen's is already the highlight of the tour, I cannot go in. I'll try to walk a few steps into St. Michael's Church a bit later, but I cannot promise. We will see, all right? So, but if you think that this is already the highlight of our tour, wait until I turned around, because there is Aida. No, I'm just kidding. I just love Aida. I'm a big fan of Aida, the pastry shop Aida. So last view into Kärntner Straße, and here is what I mean. The famous chandeliers, the famous chandeliers in Graben or on Graben, however you want to say it, that make it look like one big ballroom. They changed the LED lights of the chandeliers, I think 2 years ago. They were whiter, the light was whiter and harder, but now it's kind of reddish and it's so beautiful. It's so warm, the light is so warm now. The chandeliers are very big, very heavy. It is always very interesting to see the people putting them together in November and using the cranes to bring them up to the wires that are holding them. They keep them stored in a hall outside of Vienna, and when the chandeliers are here, Christmas time has really begun. Also, when these people are here, the people who sell the roasted chestnuts. In the summer, you see the Viennese and the guests walking around with ice cream, but the moment the chestnut vendors are here, then you know, it's going to be cold soon, and we love the heiße Maroni a lot. Heiße Maroni. Or potato wedges. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Isn't there a song? Isn't there a Christmas carol? Jack Frost nipping at your nose. I don't know the text, forgive me. The roasted chestnuts, not everyone likes their taste. I'm a big fan. They are very healthy. And before the potatoes were imported to Europe, bread was baked with the flour made from chestnuts. Many of them come from Italy. They have very good chestnut trees there. And many also came and come from Slovenia. The ones from Slovenia are a little bit smaller. And a guest just told me recently that in Graz, for example, in the south of Austria, they are selling the chestnuts not by the piece, because here you can say I want to have 6 chestnuts or 12 chestnuts, but in Graz, she told me, they are selling the chestnuts by kilo, like half a kilo or a full kilo, which is of course a lot of chestnuts. So I want to step a little bit into this little street. How are you doing, my friends? I hope you have a glühwein in your hand, wherever you are sitting. Is someone from Australia here? I suppose you won't have a glühwein in your hand. So, just a few steps here into Spiegelgasse. Spiegelgasse means, wait a second, Spiegelgasse means mirror street. And so the people who made mirrors originally had their workshops here. And I think it's very thoughtful to have the mirror elements here as Christmas decoration. Also very elegant and beautiful, reminding me a little bit of little suns. And here is also a shop where you can buy the last Christmas presents, Augarten, Vienna. Martin just thinks, what could I buy, Claudia, for Christmas? Hot chocolate here right now, wonderful, wonderful. So I really love the Augarten, especially those, this is porcelain here, yeah? It looks like a roll and a croissant or a pain au chocolat or a wonderful handsemmel, but it is all porcelain. And they also have this fun decoration here, little pieces of plates, and when you enter the shop, then it makes a funny noise. It's a very beautiful shop, also a very, very traditional shop, and goes back to the year 1718, when a man with the name Claudius Innocentius du Paquier founded a porcelain manufactory, sorry, I just have to adjust my gimbal, a porcelain manufactory here in Vienna, in a street which is close to the place where we live, where the foxes live. Close to the fox den was the porcelain manufactory. I see here on the door of our garden a crown. You see the crown as well? I can show you the crown because it's also a Christmas decoration now. It's also Christmas lights in one of the side streets. So view over to the mirrors in Spiegelgasse. We go back to the chandeliers now. I have no idea what time it is, but I'm not in a hurry. Are you? That's broken china, yes. We come back to the beautiful chandeliers. The chandeliers have now babies in one of the little side streets to the right. There are baby chandeliers. I will show them to you. And just a few days ago, the farmers started to bring the Christmas trees into the city. So it's like a forest in the city center. You will see all these trees. Usually they have the largest trees here on Grabe. The most expensive streets you get, not streets, but trees. Trees you get here on Grabe. Shall we pick a Christmas tree together? Isn't that beautiful? The trees, the chandeliers, these trees have already been bought by someone. They will be delivered a few days before Christmas. For those who are not from Austria or Europe, like Germans, I think it's mainly German-speaking Europe, we put up our Christmas trees pretty late, not after Thanksgiving, but only maybe some do it 2 days before Christmas Eve. We do it 1 day before Christmas Eve, but we are a crazy fox family. We always do strange things. My son and I, like Nicholas and I, we decorate the Christmas tree in the afternoon of the 24th to add a little bit more stress, you know. Everyone can decorate the Christmas tree early. We decorate it in the afternoon of the 24th of December. Welcome to our fox family. We are looking into Dorotheagasse here. Dorotheagasse has these, I don't know, candles. Some of you or someone already said, someone said during one of the last streams, Christmas streams, that these are beer glasses. I'm not sure. I'm not so sure about it. These are very, very narrow beer glasses. I think these are candles, but of course it might be right because in here is Viennese. Wait, I'll show you. Viennese. It's a sandwich place, and they have those narrow beer glasses, very small, and maybe this should really resemble a pfiff beer served, like as it is served at Viennese. I'm not sure. Maybe it just gives room for interpretation. For me, they look like candles. For others, they look like a pfiff beer. Martin says it's a pfiff beer.
It's the bubbles of the beer and
Oh.
the foam of the beer.
Okay, Martin says it's the bubbles of the beer. You might be right. The bubbles of the beer and the foam of the beer. So, no boring. Candles, beer. We are on the same page now. All right, we continue along the Graben. Here on the side are the little chandeliers. Parents here. Little chandeliers in here. And more Christmas trees. These Christmas trees still have to be decorated, of course. Nowadays, yes, that's where they serve the open-faced sandwiches. Correct, yes. They are very, very good, the Viennese sandwiches. It's a Polish name and it's very hard to pronounce it. I'm really sure that I pronounce it terribly and not Polish at all. But they play with that idea and they say these are the unpronounceably great sandwiches, Viennese sandwiches. The window of Knieže. Someone wants to see the window of Knieže, of course. I do whatever you want. We just stroll nicely and very relaxed through the city. Okay, here is Knieže. Special request. Knieže is a very elegant... Sorry, I just have to take care of all the other people. Knieže is a very elegant men's tailor shop. On the upper floor they have incredible fitting rooms. They are designed by Adolf Loos, look like a men's club. It's all wood and so on, and this is the famous main entrance to Knieže. I love it. I love the combination New York, Paris, Bad Gastein. Bad Gastein is a town high up in the mountains of Austria. I just think the New York, Paris, Bad Gastein. That's very funny. Martin loves Knieže as well, as you can see.
I just can't afford it.
He can't afford it, but you can afford the boxer shorts from Knieže. Yeah. Yeah. The whole interior design of the original shop here is made by Adolf Loos. So we continue. Sorry. I already mentioned. You're laughing about the boxer shorts. They are cute. So I already mentioned the Christmas tree story. I already mentioned the Glühwein and the punch. We are looking at the beautiful lights. We are looking at shops. And I told you that the first Christmas trees in Vienna, they were decorated with apples, with nuts, with straw stars, and maybe some candy cane or Zuckerwerk, they said. And the apples have been replaced by the Christmas ornaments. The apples are now made of glass. The origin of those glass ornaments is Thüringen in Germany. Lauscher is a town in Thüringen in Germany, and that's where they produced the first Christmas ornaments made of glass. Okay. So, here is a view over to St. Peter's Church, a Baroque church, but basically it's the oldest. It's actually really the oldest church in Vienna. Not what we see here, but the foundation, like the basement walls, make it the oldest church in Vienna. It's older than Ruprecht's church, by the way, because everyone says Ruprecht's church is the oldest church. No, it's the core of St. Peter's Church. Now, of course, what you see is Baroque, is late 17th, beginning of the 18th century, and it's very, very Baroque inside, very beautiful, very ornate, but it was a Romanesque church originally. Okay, now we are coming to the end of the Graben. The end of the Graben also means that we are coming to the super, super, super luxury shopping area, the Golden Quarter of Vienna. That is true, Tom. Wonderful organ concerts. You have even free organ concerts, usually at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So the area in front of us is called the Golden Quarter of Vienna. This is why they have a very special Christmas decoration, very special Christmas lights, the so-called light tubes. You will see them in a few seconds. But again, I will point out the Glühwein stalls, the Glühwein huts. Here you can get drunk by doing something good. The money goes to the Lions Club and their charity projects, and also to the Kivani Club and the Rotary Club. So all these people who are drinking punch and Glühwein here do something for their charity, the charity of these organizations. Well, well. I also like to do that. So, last chandelier. Here we go. Here we go. And now you're going to see the light tubes of the golden quarter. They are here. I still remember when I was a child, the Christmas lights were still very different. They were those big angels, big light bulbs, big stars and other decorations. Now everything is more fragile and more elegant and yeah, just lovely. But I already loved the Christmas lights when I was a child. I'm not going to complain. So, here you are. These are the light tubes. They go all the way down to the Freyung. And Freyung is a very lovely Christmas market. And here in Naglergasse, you can see the teeny weeny little Christmas lights as well. And the beautiful architecture. Not to forget that incredible architecture all around here. Everything here is from the late 19th century. All right. So let's walk down Kohlmarkt. Kohlmarkt. Closer to the palace area. Kohlmarkt also has very refined Christmas lights. It's like a light fog, an LED fog. It's glittering. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, the sparkling brighter lights. And when it's a little bit windy, like now, it's a little bit windy. It's so beautiful. They wave like I don't know, like moths. They look. It's so beautiful. And the Kohlmarkt and the lights on Kohlmarkt, they lead us directly over to the main entrance to the palace, to St. Michael's Gate. And of course over to Demel's pastry shop. Very important. Let's see if there is a line in front of Demel's pastry shop. There is usually always a line. There are several places in the city where there is now always a line. Sacher, Demel's, Café Central, crazy line. When I came to the starting place, there was such a big line in front of Café Central. And then, of course, Figlmüller for the schnitzel. So, yeah, the lights. I'll walk over to Demel's now. Is there a story I haven't told you so far? I mean, I told you the story of the snow globes already a couple of times, maybe just a repetition in a nutshell. There is also the fog, the LED fog, just a little repetition. It was Mr. Perzi, a gentleman who made surgical instruments at the very beginning of the 19th century, who worked with something that was called a shoemaker's globe, a globe filled with water, and you put a candle behind the globe, and then the candle, like the water in the globe, reflects the light of the candle, and the water kind of shines very brightly. It's like a bright lamp, it looks then. That was very practical because there was no electricity in those days, and you needed light to work with delicate things. So Mr. Perzi created surgical instruments, and he apparently needed a lot of light. And one day he thought maybe it would be smart to put metal shavings into the water. And when he had put the metal shavings into the water, and he hoped that they would make the light look even brighter, he saw that they were like snowflakes falling down inside the water. And a friend of his gave him a little model of a very famous Austrian church, of the Basilica in Mariazell. And he said, put it inside and it will look really cute. So he gave that little model of Mariazell Basilica into the globe, into the water. And voila, the first snow globe was created. The Perzi family still owns the company. It's now, I don't know which generation. They have a little snow globe shop in the 17th district. They have a snow globe museum. And on all Christmas markets, they are selling the Viennese snow globes. So when you come to Vienna, you can really, if you want to buy something that was created here in Vienna, it's definitely the snow globe. It's easier to transport than the Sacher cake, which was, by the way, created here at the Demel, not at the Sacher, here at Demels. And you can see in the window of Demels here a little gingerbread model of St. Stephen's Cathedral. You don't want to eat it because it was already here last year, but it looks very pretty. And here at Demels, there are also making the Kaiserschmarrn. I don't know if you can see them. So, so they are preparing the Kaiserschmarrn, that wonderful dessert with about, I don't know, too many calories. You can even buy it as a takeaway here. There is usually a long line, but now it's already late. Now no one stands here in line anymore. It's a very, very beautiful shop. I don't dare to walk inside. Maybe a few steps only. There you go. Martin is not in line for Kaiserschmarrn. No. Martin loves other desserts better. Oh, you'll love that. Martin is a fan of cheesecake, I have to say, and of, what's the name of the other? Cremeschnitte, which you get at Aida, for example. So we are at the end of Coal Market. We are also nearly at the end of our tour, and right in front of us is the main entrance to the palace, to the Hofburg Palace, the winter castle of the Habsburgs. I would like to turn around and show you Coal Market from the other side now. Not too many people here right now, which is very nice. And I think it was okay. It was not too difficult for me to navigate through the city. So this is a view over to the Loos house, built again or designed by Adolf Loos, the famous architect of the early 20th century. Many Viennese did not like that house at all. It was way too modern for them. They complained. But we complain about everything anyway, so Kardinalschnitt I also like, Eve. Absolutely correct. So this is St. Michael's Church. A beautiful church. I really love this church. You see St. Michael's on top of the main entrance. And I tested the signal yesterday after I decided not to do Belvedere, and it worked, but I'm not really sure. I just want to go just a few steps, and if I lose you, stay tuned, because I'm coming out again and I would like to say a proper goodbye to you once I'm outside of the church again. Let's do that. Let's try. Maybe it works out. Ja, ich gehe schon. Okay. So, he didn't want me to film, and it's completely okay for me. But we were inside. You saw the church. I hope you enjoyed the church. For those of you who saw the old Sissi movies, the 3 parts of the Sissi movies, it was here in St. Michael's Church where the wedding was filmed, and also the coronation scene where Sissi is being crowned to be the Queen of Hungary. That was made here. They pretend that it is in Hungary, but it's actually St. Michael's Church. All right, friends, we are coming to an end of our tour. I enjoyed it enormously, and I'm so happy that so many of you were with me. When I look at the pictures I'm sending you right now, I have to say this city is so beautiful, and I'm so happy that I can show it to you on my tours, on my in-person tours and on my live streams. And I will, and that's a promise to you, I will continue doing so as long as you will continue joining me on my tours. Final view here over to Martin Fox, and there are also light tubes here in Herrengasse, and now you have to see me once. Here I am. All right, friends, it was a pleasure, absolute pleasure for me to walk with you. You see, my cheeks are red, it's pretty cold. It was really, really lovely that so many of you joined me, and I will continue, of course. For the German speakers amongst you, you know, I never stop working, I never stop touring. On the 19th at 5 o'clock my time, there will be a live stream through Baden. Hopefully the lights in Baden are better than the lights at Belvedere. But I'm pretty sure we checked that out. So Baden will be nice. It's a little town in the south of Vienna. And we also have the plan to take you through Krakow in January, because I'm going to travel to Krakow. I know that it's a very beautiful and very historical city, and we are going to tour through Krakow for you. And then don't forget The Hague. The Hague was too much rain last time. All right. I wish the Foxes wish all of you a very, very Merry Christmas. We bring you all the lights that you just saw into your home, hopefully. Stay with us, stay tuned, join us on our virtual tours, and if possible also on our in-person tours. We are a good team, all of you. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and we see each other in either on the 19th or in the new year. Take care, stay healthy, get healthy, and don't forget your Alpen Foxes. And if you want to donate us a beer or a Glühwein, you can do that as well. But it's not necessary. Goodbye, take care, bye.